Okay, buenos dias. Now because we had to miss class, what I'm going to do is kind of go over the PowerPoint that I would have shown in class on Tuesday, November 19th, and go over some of the things so hopefully you have a better understanding. Okay? I'm going to skip the first 3 slides, because although that would have been a fun activity in class, with missing class, we just don't have time right now. So then I would have asked you, like, ¿Cómo están cuando están de vacaciones? ¿Cómo están hoy? ¿Por qué? Okay. And so we're going to see that there are a lot of expressions that we use with estar that we don't use with ser. Okay. And we're going to see some expressions that we can use with both, but they kind of change meaning slightly. Okay. So some of the things, estar would be like estar abierto, to be open, like la tienda está abierta, la librería está abierta. Aburrido, aburrida. Okay. Los estudiantes no deben estar aburridos. Alegre, avergonzado, avergonzado. Okay, to be embarrassed. Cansado or cansada, many of you already know this. Cerrado, okay, la biblioteca está cerrada. Cómodo, el hotel está cómodo. Confundido, los estudiantes están un poco confundidos con las diferencias entre ser y estar. Contento, desordenado, la habitación está desordenada. Enamorado, and even though we say in love with, in Spanish it's enamorado de. Enojado, enojado. Equivocado es no tener razón. Feliz, otra palabra para alegre. Limpio, la cocina está limpia. Listo, ¿ustedes están listos para el final del semestre? Nervioso, ella está muy nerviosa hoy. Ocupado, la profesora está muy ocupada. Ordenado, y preocupado, preocupado por, como estoy preocupada por mi amigo. Seguro, estoy segura de que el examen final es el 10 de diciembre. Sucio, sucia, y triste. Okay. So those are expressions, and that's what they mean when they are used with estar. Okay. So we use estar for we've had location of a person, place, or thing. Okay. Estamos en el salón de clase. El salón de clase está en Arizona Center. Arizona está en Phoenix. Okay. Now we've had estar with some conditions, some mental, emotional states. And a third usage of estar is for the presente progresivo. ¿Qué estás haciendo? Como ahora mismo la profesora está explicando el presente progresivo. Y los estudiantes están escribiendo en sus cuadernos o están escuchando a la profesora. Just like in English, where we have a present progressive, we have the verb to be. In this case, we're going to use estar, so we need to know our forms of estar. The estoy, estás, está, estamos, están. Okay. Then, just like I am, okay, so estoy explaining, that ing. So if it's an AR verb, we're going to take off the AR and we're going to add ando. Estoy explicando. But if it's a verb like escribir, which is an IR verb, or even for ER verbs, we're going to take off the ER, IR endings, and we're going to add yendo. So los estudiantes están escribiendo en sus cuadernos. Now those are for the normal present participles. Okay? There are some things that happen with some of them. Okay? When the stem of an ER or IR verb ends in a vowel, like leer, oír, traer. Okay, the stem ends in le, o, tra. Even creer, cre. Okay? Then the participle instead of yendo is going to be yendo. Okay? For example, la hija de la profesora está en la escuela y está leyendo un libro. Okay? Ustedes están oyendo mi voz. Okay? Another thing that happens with IR stem changing or shoe verbs. Okay? AR verbs and ER verbs that stem change are not affected, just IR ones. Okay? And there are fewer changes. We have seen that there are E to IE, E to I, O to UE, U to UE. But now we're going to wean it down to just E to I or O to U. So a verb like preferir, which is an E to IE in the present tense, goes to E to I in the present participle. So prefiriendo. Conseguir, which is an E to I in the present tense, goes E to I in the present participle. Consiguiendo. And then dormir, O to U, E in the present tense becomes O to U just in the present participle, durmiendo. So, for example, la mamá de la profesora está durmiendo. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Okay? Now, you need to keep in mind that the use of the present progressive is much more restricted in Spanish than it is in English. Okay? It is mainly used to emphasize that an action is in progress. Present progressive, progress is part of that. Okay, the action is going on at the time of speaking. So, Maru está escuchando la música latina ahora mismo. So, Maru's listening, is listening to Latin music right now. Felipe y su amigo todavía están jugando al fútbol. So, Felipe and his friend are still playing football. So, the action is in progress. In English, the present progressive is often used to talk about situations or actions that occur over an extended period of time. For example, Javier estudia computación este semestre. But in English, we say Javier is studying computer science this semester. Okay? Or sometimes we use it for in the future, like Marisa is leaving tomorrow. But in Spanish, the simple present tense is often used instead. So, Javier estudia, Marisa sale. So the present progressive is used to describe what is going on in the moment. Okay? And again, I kind of took some examples from the last slide. So Javier estudia computación este semestre. He's is studying computer science this semester, just not necessarily right at this moment. Javier está estudiando computación. Tiene un examen mañana. So he is studying at the moment. He's studying right now, because he has an exam tomorrow. Felipe y su amigo juegan al fútbol americano con estudiantes de su residencia estudiantil este viernes por la tarde. Okay. Felipe and his friend play or are playing football with students from the residence hall this Friday afternoon. Felipe y su amigo todavía están jugando al fútbol americano. Okay, so now it's he and his friend are still playing football, so it's in progress. Okay, what I would like you to do for tomorrow is de vacaciones. I want you, it says la familia de Doña María está de vacaciones en la playa. Escriban lo que están haciendo estas personas. So instead of with a classmate, I want you to do this on your own. So 1, ¿qué están haciendo Jairo y Natalia? ¿Qué está haciendo Diana? ¿Qué está haciendo Doña María? ¿Qué están haciendo Pablo y Rosita? ¿Qué está haciendo Andrés? ¿Qué estamos haciendo Juan y yo? So I want you to write those out on a piece of scratch paper, and I want you to bring them to class tomorrow, and we will go over the answers. Okay, I'm going to pause there for a moment. Okay, in these last few minutes, I'm going to go over what we have learned so far about when we use a star, and going back several lessons, what we have learned about when to use ser. Okay, so we use estar, okay, for location or spatial relationships, like location of where a person, place, or thing is at. El aeropuerto está lejos de la ciudad. Tu habitación está en el tercer piso. We use it for health, and health can also be physical states and conditions. I prefer to group these together. ¿Cómo estás? Estoy bien. El profesor está ocupado. Las ventanas están abiertas. Él está cansado. Okay. And then we also use it for emotional states, like está feliz. Estoy muy enojado con Maru. And that's the model. I would actually say estoy muy enojada con Maru. We have seen it with certain weather expressions. And really, I don't like, they give you the first one is actually number 6, está lloviendo. But we have seen it with está nublado, está soleado, está despejado, está húmedo. We went over those when we went over the weather expressions. And then the ongoing actions, the actions that are in progress. Okay, the present progressive. Estamos estudiando para un examen. Ana está leyendo una novela. La profesora está hablando ahora. Now the use of ser, we have seen, we can tell a nationality or a place of origin. So Juan Carlos es argentino or es de Buenos Aires. We can use it with a profession, an occupation. Okay, Adela es agente de viajes. Francisco es médico. Ustedes son estudiantes. Characteristics of people or things. Okay, like José y Clara son simpáticos. El clima de Puerto Rico es agradable. For generalizations, generalizaciones, es fabuloso viajar. Es difícil estudiar a la 1 de la mañana. Es necesario preparar para el examen. Also, possession, when things belong to somebody. Okay? So, es la pluma de Jimena. Son las llaves del señor Díaz. We can use it to say what something is made of. La bicicleta es de metal. Los pasajes son de papel. So ser de isn't just expressing origin, but it can also express possession and what something is made of. Okay. We use ser to tell the time, date, okay. The day of the week. Hoy es martes, but it's not. I'm recording this el miércoles. Son las 2. Hoy es el 1 de julio. No. Hoy es el 20 de noviembre. Okay. And number 8, where and when an event takes place. El partido es en el Estadio Santa Fe. La conferencia es a las 7. So there are definite distinctions on when we use estar and when we use ser. Okay. Now with many adjectives, ser and estar can both be used, but the meanings change. Okay. Things like Juan es delgado, Juan está más delgado. Okay. One is the characteristic, he's thin, but oh, he's looking thinner today. Okay. Ana es nerviosa, Ana está nerviosa por el examen. Okay. So Ana es nerviosa, she's a nervous person. Está nerviosa por el examen, it's her condition in the moment. She's nervous because of the exam. Okay. And here are many other uses, or different ones, like es listo versus está listo, es mala versus está mala, es aburrido versus está aburrido, Okay, so you can read through those. Okay, in class, we're going to pick up with this and continue on.